Hey,
Hi,
everybody! Oh
I'm,
my goodness.
I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we are living life intentionally, and we're doing the same with you guys. And I'm super excited to see how many people are joining our live chat before we're even going live.
I think the events work.
The events do work. This is the second time that we've done events.
Yep.
Let me see if some of you can figure out what's different about our live stream today. So we'll take in your comments here.
Hi, Nursing Our Travel Bug. You guys win the award for the
quickest on the live stream. Galleon Adventures is joining us, and so is X Marks the Spot and Teachers on Adventures. Hey guys, thank you so much for finally getting
Stephen
on
Johnson's
there.
on from Lightful Mind RV.
Awesome. Stephen, we miss you so much, and I'm still working on that bottle of wine you gave me. It is so delicious. So good.
She's
like half a glass every week or so. I'm stringing it out as long as I have it.
That's awesome for
so
her.
We have a little bit of a different interview today.
Yep.
It's not live. We have it pre-recorded from Friday night. We had so much fun on Friday night. And some of you may know who it is that we interviewed.
Hence the title.
Grassroots Living! Yay! Oh my goodness. I had so much fun meeting these people.
Oh, it was a blast.
It was too short of a visit.
I know. They're on their way to Arizona, and you'll find out why during the interview.
So it's Dean and Shalane.
Shalane.
I struggled with her name, but I'm getting it.
Yeah. The last name is Grassy, and Grassroots Living. So they'll explain all that in our video.
Yes.
And should we go ahead and
let's get that rolling.
All right, enjoy.
Hi D-Fam, welcome to our show. We have a fantastic couple that we're interviewing tonight. This is Dean and Shalane from Grassroots Living. We are super excited to interview them tonight. We've been getting to know them via our wonderful internet connection and been watching their channel. So definitely check out Grassroots Living. We're going to hear more about that tonight. Well, first off, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Okay, well, we're both former school teachers, mostly high school, mostly middle school, but we've both done kind of everything. We started full-time RVing about 10, 11 years ago. So something
while
that
we were both teaching still.
Yes.
So it was like a summertime thing that you did.
Right. So the day that our youngest daughter moved out of the house was the day we moved into our first RV. So it's something that we had planned for years.
A long time.
So even while we were teaching, we were in fact still living in an RV.
Yeah.
And then of course, since we both had summers off, hey, we just traveled.
That's great.
So.
Great.
My aunt and uncle actually have a trailer and go in the summertime all over the place and take their grandkids.
And they're both school teachers.
They're both school teachers, exactly. So shout out to the Yorks, Mr. York.
And we have, you ask about ourselves, so we can't skip.
Nope.
We have 3 gorgeous children and 3 matching gorgeous in-laws and 2 beautiful grandsons and a grandbaby on the way. So
you guys don't look old enough to be grandparents.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, you're sweet. I know you're just talking to her, but that's fine.
No, you both.
The white beard kind of gives it away.
You don't look old enough to be grandparents.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, we're lucky. They're super cute, super awesome kids.
So how long have you been married?
30 years in
November.
Wow, long time.
It's been awesome. So much fun. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially when you consider how we met.
Okay, tell us that story. I have to hear it.
So we met at a church dance, and so we just, I don't know, we both knew it instantaneously, and in fact asked her, for the next date the next night, and during that night we were actually talking about what we were going to name our kids. And
what?
She said, wait a minute.
On the first real date? On the second day you met?
Yeah. And she said, wait, you haven't even asked me to marry me yet. And I said, oh. So I said, well, will you marry me? And she said, yeah.
So that was less than 48 hours after we met.
And about a month later we were married. So
yeah.
Wow.
30 years later of complete marital bliss.
Did you have any second thoughts at all?
Never.
It's just like when you know. It's just.
Yeah.
It took me a little longer than 48 hours.
I actually kind of had a feeling when I first met her, but that was like there was a 8-year gap between when we first met and then when we kind of got back
Oh, okay.
back into
Yeah.
like acquaintances or you know.
I was 19, he was 18 when we met.
Okay.
And then it was 8 years of off and on email or seeing each other at a conference because we
Yeah.
lived about 2.5 hours apart before we kind of were thrown back into the same society. And he was like, I'm going to pursue her. And then my parents said, nope, you can't date her.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yep. And then-
it was a good thing. They're like, if we knew that she was interested in starting a relationship, we'd say all for it. But
Yeah.
right now you can just be friends. And it saved him from me telling him,
No.
no, I just started nursing school, leave me alone.
Sure.
And then by the end of that school year, I was like, why is he not asking me out? Why is he not asking me
Because I
to?
was under orders not to. So Grassroots Living is a interesting name. How did you end up coming by that name?
I'll let you take.
Okay, so just trying to decide what we wanted to name our channel. We thought how silly that we're even thinking about it because we had a grassroots real estate business several years ago, and our last name is Grassy, which of course is where that comes from, and that's what we are doing. We're grassroots living. You know, you get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
Yeah.
And it made sense.
It so makes sense. I love it.
Thank you.
It's always fun when you have a name that just kind of like comes to you. It's not something you have to think about or try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really anything we debated. It was like we knew that's what.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when I was trying so hard to think of something, I thought, why am I overthinking this?
Right.
We knew
Yeah.
what it should be. Grassroots
Yeah.
living was what it was. It's what made sense.
And you guys live such a simple life, anyways. It
Yeah.
just makes
It totally makes sense.
it fits it very well.
I feel like we're in the Hilton compared to what you guys have set up. I'm like,
Yeah.
our house is so big, our trailer is so big compared to yours.
Yeah. The whole summer we actually lived in a Palomino.
Yeah, Palomino truck camper. The smallest Palomino truck camper.
I think that's what Garrett was expecting tonight.
Yeah, was to see the Palomino.
Yeah.
So we did that all summer.
And that Palomino would fit inside this.
Right,
kitchen.
inside this kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with
With
room.
extra, yeah, with extra room.
room to spare. And then it was time to go back to work, so we thought, well, we'll go back into a travel trailer. But as soon as we got in it and started pulling it, we're like, no, we're gonna live in this for this job. And it's not even a big travel trailer; it's only a 21 foot.
Yeah.
But we're gonna full time in our Palomino.
Yeah.
So
Back to
we'll
truck
only
camper.
be in that travel trailer for probably 3, 4, 5 months at the most, and then we're gonna go Palomino full on.
So you just don't like the pulling the rig behind?
Yeah, because here I'm talking too much. Go ahead.
Well, there's-
I do
in
that.
fact, the whole time we just got back from a big trip that took us through Michigan, all the way through eastern Canada, across back into Maine, and then back across.
Watch
the
our
northern
channel
states.
for all those videos.
Yes. Grassroots living.
And so many times we'd be driving along and we'd get into a crowded area, but since our truck camper fits perfectly inside our truck, there was always parking. And we kept thinking, boy, I'm sure glad we didn't get a travel trailer because we would have nowhere to park here,
Right.
not without a 3-mile walk.
Right, and there's so much more planning that you have to do with the big rig. It's not that you can't go the same places where we go,
Right.
but you really have to know you're going there and way pre-plan to where we can just be like, dude, what's that? And just pull over really quick. And you can't do that when
It's
you're...
more of a freestyling way to
Yeah.
see the country.
Very similar to like van life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very van life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Have
we-
you ever thought of doing van life?
You can't drop your house, and I prefer to be able to
Drop your house and
drop our house,
Yeah.
especially since we do with a lot of van lifers are digital nomads. We are work campers,
Yeah.
so that means we stop and work for 3 or 4 months at a time, and then go play, and you know how work camping
Yes.
works. And so yes,
Ours
we
is
want to
kind
drop
of
our
like
house.
work camping. Kind of.
Yes.
Where we're in
Yes.
one place for like 3 months. And
Yeah.
then we move
Exactly.
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So you don't want to have to drive your house everywhere you go.
No.
So for digital nomads, van life is perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, we already talked about one of the questions. What's your setup? Tell us about your truck, because you didn't tell us about that.
Okay, so we when we started looking at different trucks, a really good friend of ours from Medallion Adventures, he said, you know, if you want a diesel truck, he said, get yourself a Ford F-250 or F-350 from 1999 to 2002. And I was like, it's kind of old. He said, no, those are the best diesel engines ever, 7.3 liter engines. And so I really wanted to go diesel because diesel engines last forever.
Yeah.
And so we kept looking and we found one, and we've been so pleased with it.
Oh, that's good.
Just
So
one.
thank
What year is
you,
it?
Galleon Adventures, for your advice. We love our truck.
Shout
so
out.
What year?
It's a 1999.
1999, so the oldest that he suggested.
Yeah.
And she's a beast. She's such a good girl. She just pulled us all through Canada and Eastern United States, and she didn't bat an eye.
And even got us through the roads of Maine.
Oh,
Are the main roads bad?
so bad, you guys.
Like bumpy, curvy,
So-
narrow?
Yes.
So we're in
yes,
Quebec.
Yes.
All of it? Oh my gosh, let's not go to Maine. No, we have to go to Maine.
Have to go to Maine, but stay on the interstate, which you wouldn't
Yeah.
go on the roads we went on anyway, just
Right.
because of your setup.
Yeah.
Not
Versus
until we were
ours.
camped somewhere, then
Yeah.
we would explore.
And we always like to stay on the tiny roads, right? We don't like to get on the interstates unless we can help it, but in Maine,
So as we were coming back from Quebec, the last 10 or 15 miles of the road in Quebec as you're heading into Maine, it's almost like Quebec said, nobody ever goes on those roads anyhow, so they fix it about once every 10 years. They're pretty bad. So I come up to the border agent there near Jackman, Maine, and I said, hey, I'm so glad to be in America with these good roads again. And he said, oh, no, you're not. And he said, the next 30 to 50 miles, these are the worst roads in all of America. And I went, are you serious? And he goes, you'll see. He was right. They
They're
were
serious. Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
potholes everywhere, and
trailer.
Maine, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Come on.
And then and that was kind of a main road, but then we got on the smaller like state roads and stuff, and they were like pitched. So when you're driving like this, right?
Oh, so
and
uncomfortable.
the side of the road is all eaten up, and then with the frost heaves and stuff, it was so scary. So scary.
Oh,
so
man.
love me some Maine.
oh, beautiful scenery.
I'm not going back. Sorry, Maine.
We'll see how our travels take us when we go to Maine. When we hit Maine, whether it's going to be just a quick trip, a couple days.
Or if
Yeah.
we're going to be staying there
Yeah.
for an extended period
Right.
of time, or in a state close to for an extended period.
And I'm
of
sure
time.
you guys will I would just say if you're going to go to Maine, which Maine obviously is fabulous, but stay on the interstates. Don't go on the
Except for Red Zeets.
Red's Eats.
Red's Eats?
Shout out Red's Eats.
Okay, what? Tell us about
Best lobster roll in America.
Ooh,
Awards
lobster
like
roll.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I tried one of
lobster,
those.
never had lobster at all.
Until then? So how do you know it's the best lobster? You just
Just their awards. Like they have tons of awards and stuff.
Okay, so
And their
Red
lobster,
Zeets, and it's in
it's
Red-
right on the
Red
bay,
Zeets.
and they get it from that bay every single day. So they never have
Fresh.
anything.
Fresh
Yeah,
every
everything is
my
absolutely
God.
fresh that day.
Wow.
And he's not a foodie like me. I would love to just eat my way around America. Like, I know that people want to do that. I'm not the only one that wants to do that. I would love to do that. He's like, can I get a 99-cent cheeseburger from the McDonald's? Right?
With a
He's
cup of
easy
water
to
and I'm
please.
fine.
Easy to
Yeah.
please. Right,
there were
right.
two
Favorite
places.
drink, water.
Yes. There were two places we wanted to go on this, massive trip that we took. Red's Eats in Maine, and then Cozy Dog in Springfield, Illinois, home of the first corn dog.
The very first?
Yes, it was fabulous.
All right, sounds like a good place to go with the kids too.
Yeah,
They love
no,
them.
super fun.
Love them some corn dogs.
Super fun. Yeah.
It's an easy meal for them. Meal on a stick.
Yeah.
A meal on a stick, that's right. And that's what they got to eat when we went to the Mudbug Festival.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, we've got to try something that's Louisianan, right? And they're
Sure,
all
sure,
about
sure.
their mudbugs. So we went to the festival,
Crawfish.
crawfish.
Oh, okay.
So it's a crawfish boil.
It's a huge crawfish, big festival. It's a couple of days. When was it? May? Was it May?
Yeah.
Like one whole weekend in May. And
fun.
so we got crawfish for Garrett and I to try.
Yeah.
And each of the kids got a corn dog on a stick.
The people that are native of that area were commenting on our video like,
Yeah, we
That's
didn't
not
know
how you
to
eat it.
eat mud bugs.
Ah,
Like
Well,
how
how-
to crack them open.
because they're
They're
so
like
small.
they're like mini
Yeah.
lobsters.
Yeah.
But like, how do you get into that tail? And we're like, what do? Do you suck the head? Do you can? Yeah, there's some
Because
interesting.
the whole thing is boiled. They don't
Yeah.
they don't, clean anything out.
They just
So,
throw
yeah,
it
what
live
part
into
do
the
you eat?
pot.
What do you
Yeah,
don't
what do you
not?
eat? What
And
do
they
you
didn't teach you how to.
No,
Not there.
no.
It was so nice that, well, and a lobster roll isn't near as difficult to eat, apparently, as a mud bug. But we told them we'd never had it before, we don't know. And she's like, oh, I'll teach you how to do it.
Mhm.
And told us exactly how to eat our lobster roll. When to put the butter on, where to put the butter on, when to put the mayonnaise
Oh
on,
my
how to.
goodness.
Yeah, it was super fun, super cute. It will be on our channel in probably 4 to 5 episodes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
We'll
the
have
whole
to
thing,
look
we
for it.
recorded her telling us
Awesome.
how to eat this lobster roll.
So Garrett, when this video comes out,
Yeah.
it'll be a couple weeks before. We can wait, and then later on we'll attach the link to that
Yeah,
video.
we'll link it in
Oh, perfect.
link it in the description
We'll
so
link
you
it.
can catch that episode.
Thank you.
And
Perfect.
just so that he finds it like right away, you guys could just send him the link.
Sure.
Okay.
When you guys get that video out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys should do a video on how to eat mud bugs.
I don't know that we learned how to do it the right way, but we had a lot of people watching us and snickering.
Yeah. It's good
Well,
stuff.
because it was a festival, there wasn't anybody. There was just booths on.
Yeah.
If we went to like an actual restaurant, we could have easily said, "We've never done this. What's
Sure.
the tips on how to do it?" And probably someone would be like, "Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This is how you do it." So
Or, if we'd gone to some sort of backyard barbecue where they were doing a crawfish boil,
Yeah.
Sure.
Have friends show us how to do it.
Was it good though?
Yeah, except
it
that he
was-
put too much spicy stuff on it. It
well,
was
they had a
burning our
little
mouth.
side dish of spice
Okay.
to put on it, and I'm like, "Okay, do you put like I didn't know what kind of spices were put in it.
They were
There's-
already cooked
It
in
was
spices.
it was already
They
cooked in
didn't need
spices,
anymore.
so I put a little bit of extra spice over the top. So you
They
can
were
put
so
some extra.
salty and so spicy.
It was like, "Ooh." It was water, water.
The kids tried some, but it was so spicy they were like,
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah. Good
All
stuff.
right, so you've alluded to a little bit your work camping. You've been doing some lately. Tell us about work camping. What drew you to it? What kind of jobs have you had?
Okay.
Where are you at in your experience of
Okay, so
work
I'll
camping?
tell you what drew us to it, and then you can share about
Okay.
like what jobs we've had. So when I was a little girl, we used to go camping a lot, and my mom and dad used to always talk to the people that work there, the work campers, and I didn't really know what they were, except that I knew that they were living there and getting paid. That was their job. I was like, dude, I'm gonna grow up.
And
Because
do
my
that-
favorite thing in the world is to go camping. I'm like, somebody's paying them to go camping, right?
Right.
So I always wanted to be a work camper and a stand-up comedian, but then I realized how much I like to sit down, so I just work camper.
You can be a comedian who's sick.
Yeah, I might have to do that because still the dream. So I just always wanted to. I didn't know what it was at the time. I didn't know anything about how to do it, but I wanted to live in a camper.
So you were
My whole
fulfilling
life.
You're fulfilling a childhood dream.
100%.
Back to your
100%.
grassroots.
I love
Back
it.
to my grassroots.
I
That's
love
awesome.
it.
So tell them some of the things that we've done.
So some of the things we've done, we went up to the High Uinta Mountains in northern Utah, and actually we're campground hosts at Trial Lake, which is up at around 10,000 feet in elevation. And it took us probably 2 weeks to get to the point where we could walk around the campground without,
Yeah.
just trying to get the oxygen in. But it was absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And again, it was a fulfillment of a childhood dream. We were on the lake, living in a camper, and they were paying us. I was seeing moose. I had this massive campsite on the lake, fishing every day. I'm like, they're paying me for this.
And even things like
Awesome.
Yeah.
cleaning out the fire pits, it's not a big deal. You're
We enjoyed
outside.
it.
The highest temperature that it reached the entire summer was 79 degrees.
Oh, perfect.
I would have
So
loved that place.
Yeah.
oh,
No,
Perfect
so
weather.
nice.
it was just wonderful. Now she refused to go into any pit toilets, so I had to clean all the pit toilets, but it was good.
All right,
It was
so
only 2% of the job.
so how many work camping jobs do you have under your belt?
Okay, so we also did Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
They hire work campers for seasonal work. Did that down in Texas. We've worked at a motel. In fact, we just saw the people that own that motel. They're now in Wichita, Kansas, which is where our son lives. Saw them last week, so it was fun to see them
Great,
again.
awesome.
The KOA, did you say
Yeah, we worked
KOA?
at a KOA, managing a KOA in Cedar City, Utah.
And the one up in the mountains was for American Land and Leisure, and we were pleased with that company.
Good.
And then we did, like he said, we were work camping. I mean, I still call it work camping when we were teachers. There were a couple of years when we were still living in an RV park, in our RV, and teaching.
Full-time
traveling.
living.
Yeah, full-time in our, so.
Yeah. Now, didn't you work at a theme park?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, Adventureland over this past summer in Iowa. And we are right now headed towards Arizona to work for Bolin in a travel center, which there aren't very many YouTube videos on that or very much information on that, so we will definitely do a review on that
The reviews.
as soon as we have that.
So we'll be there for the rest of the year, so.
So of all these experiences, have you ever had a negative one where like just something about the job was not pleasant?
You know,
Cleaning the pit toilets, but I just washed my hands of that.
You do the hard jobs, right, Dean?
Yeah,
you know, and even then you figure out ways, like if you get there early in the morning to clean the pit toilets, the smell is not near as bad. It's nice and cool, especially up in the mountains. It's in the 30s. You figure out ways. You figure out ways to deal with things that are uncomfortable, but you get it done.
But we're really positive people, and so not everything about every job is positive. But if you're a positive person, you can, you know, you just take the negative stuff and set it on the shelf and say, well, that's a sucky deal, and then you just, whatever, you just look for the positive. So other than the pit toilet thing, which he took care of, I wouldn't say any of our jobs have, there's some I might not like. Adventureland wasn't 100% like my thing. So I wouldn't personally want to go back there
I think
necessarily.
you talked about that.
Yeah,
in some
we
of your
did do a
videos
review.
about that.
We did an Adventureland review on that. But
I
did
really
hate
liked it, though.
Yeah, he enjoyed it, and there were some things about it that I enjoyed. But I would way rather be up in the mountains as doing the campground hosting.
Any bad interactions with management over you?
You know, not really. We've been really blessed to have really good managers. So, and I think maybe a lot of it is that we really do try our best to be good workers. You know, so you know, we've been really fortunate to have good managers all, you know, wherever we've been. We try to do our best in no matter what job that we have. So hopefully managers haven't ever had a reason to come to us.
But it's an interesting question because we've had the same managers that other people have had, and they're very unhappy with them. Again, we just try to see people in a positive light, and we try to always make sure they see us in a positive light and just have positive interactions. And you know, you're not always happy with everything and everybody, but no, I mean, I feel like we've been really lucky, but I feel like you get what you put out. And
Right. And when it comes down to it, in 2 to 3 months, you're moving on to another job.
Yes, yes, and that's
So
always a good way to stay positive.
You can always
Yes.
last through just about any sort of situation for 12 to 13 weeks,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then you move on.
Which
That's
is exactly
so
true. I mean,
awesome.
that's it in a nutshell right
Yeah.
there. That's why we love work camping. We get to see all sorts of different parts of this beautiful country, and other countries as well. Canada was exceptional. And, next summer we'll be on our way to Alaska. So all of
So
this is brought
jealous.
about because we work camp.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's great.
Well, it was interesting because you guys mentioned that you had done full timing like twice, or like you had done it for a while and then you can get back into it.
Yeah.
Say,
are
let's
you
go
asking
back
like
to.
why we left work camping to go back into the sticks and bricks to go back into work camping?
Yeah.
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 So sometimes when you have kids, and even when they're adults, every once in a while, and we know because we've all been young, every once in a while you're just like get in a weird situation where you're like kind of need a home base for a minute.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when your kids need a home base, it's not a big deal. you know, you get back into a sticks and bricks for a minute and just help the kids out, and they get back on their feet just when they're young. All of our kids are adults, and they're very on their feet, and they're established, and they're fabulous.
Yeah.
But you know, just that
Sometimes
transition.
life happens.
Right, life was happening, and so even though we were on the road, we'd get off the road for a minute, help a kid out, and then get back on the road. And so,
I love how you call it get a sticks and bricks for a minute.
for a minute, only a minute.
Like,
Yeah.
what was the longest space of time that you had a sticks and bricks
Two-
off and on?
2.5 years. The
2.5
last 2.5 years, yeah.
Yeah, and then
But even then, we were only in the house itself for a year, and then we bought a tiny house and moved it to the backyard. And our daughter then was in the home with her kids while she was getting back on her feet, which she did in such a fabulous way. And
that's good.
I think you pointed out we're very much minimalists, and
Yeah.
and so to be in a single wide trailer was way too big for us, and so we bought a little 8-foot by
Yeah.
20-foot tiny house, and it had a little wood stove to get us through the winter, and we bought a complete solar array setup so that we didn't have to be on electricity. We had a composting toilet, and we lived a very simplistic life while we were teaching.
If it wasn't for the 3 Klingons that we have, the 3 children we have, we could totally see ourselves in a tiny house.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was good. And I think, you know, for a split second, our daughter felt a little bad, like, oh, I'm kicking you out of the house. You're living in that tiny house in the backyard. And then she really understood the fact that, no, this single wide trailer is way too big for us anyway. We like our tiny space.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's easier to keep clean.
It is.
You can't gather a whole bunch of stuff to fill it up with.
Right. You can.
You can, but
It's
you'll be
amazing.
uncomfortable
Yeah.
because there isn't enough room for you and your stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
really, that's the key, because
Yeah.
it gets to the point where, like, if you see a souvenir T-shirt, well, you've got to get rid of one of your other T-shirts because there just isn't room to keep stacking on T-shirts. So,
Garrett's learned this. I had to keep telling him, okay, you're getting another T-shirt. So which one are you going to get rid of this time?
Yeah, you gotta rotate them. Rotate them through. So.
All
Your
right.
kids are fabulous, by the way.
Oh,
Got to
not-
meet their kids today.
they're not Klingons,
So
they're more
fabulous.
Romulans, I think.
Romulans.
Romulans. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Wait, our
Maybe- maybe even-
Romulans aren't great either.
Maybe we should say
They're more like
Vulcans.
Ferengi.
No, no.
Oh, gosh.
Aren't the little Ferengi
No,
the
no,
little
no,
bunny?
no.
No, they're
Ferengi.
like
They're not
tribbles.
They're tribbles.
There you go. I like
they're
that.
tribbles.
They keep multiplying.
But they're so
They
cute.
They are
multiply their
adorable.
messes.
But they're so cute.
I know they are. They're
Actually,
so
I got you a
adorable.
tribble for
You
Valentine's Day one
did
day.
a couple of years ago.
Aw.
I was actually working on Valentine's Day, and he stopped by the house that I was working at and brought the kids over and
Aw.
this gift, and it was like this little pink
Tribble.
fuzz ball, and like if you
Aw.
touched it, it would giggle and shake. It was so funny.
But it didn't repopulate, did it?
It did not.
No, the
No,
kids
that's
actually
good.
ended up destroying it. I was
Yeah.
so sad. My toy got destroyed.
So you're saying they're more like gremlins.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're awesome. They're really cool.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you got to meet them. And I wish that we had longer to spend together, but we will have to meet on the road.
We will.
And
for
since you're
sure.
heading to Arizona,
Mhm.
that makes us even more desirous of an Arizona job for our next
That would be so cool.
That'd be so
job.
fun.
So,
Yeah.
if we land in the same state, then it's more likely that we'll see
Yeah.
Yeah.
you again.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Anyway, our last question is how can the D fam follow you on your adventures? All of your handles, all of your everything. Tell them.
Go ahead.
Okay, so of course, Grassroots Living on YouTube. Grassroots Living 180, because somebody already took Grassroots Living, rude. Grassroots Living 180 on
Is it Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram,
Okay.
which I'm not very good at. I'm learning this whole Instagram thing. It's
I
what
know.
I don't even know.
I know it's a
And don't
learning curve
even
for me.
start me with the whole tweet thing. Nobody's gonna be
Oh.
tweeting around here. Like, I don't know how to tweet.
I'm right there with
No,
you.
it's
I have
not
never
gonna
tweeted
happen.
in my life. I don't
I
understand.
handle all social media
Yeah.
for the most part.
So yeah, and on Facebook, and we have those links on our YouTube.
And it's Grassroots
channel.
Living on Facebook as well.
But I think Grassroots Living is Grassroots Living 180. Who knows? Well, it's on YouTube because, it's epic. We're trying to make it epic.
Do you have an email that anyone can email you?
It's grassrootsliving180 at Gmail. Thank you for asking. Yes, grassrootsliving180 at Gmail.
Awesome.
And we love answering questions, so.
Yeah.
Plus it gives us content that maybe we could possibly do.
Yeah.
It's always fun to get a whole bunch of questions and just be able to sit down and answer them.
Yeah.
Especially for people that are new, because everyone new has 101 questions on everything, and people like you that have been doing it for a while, you at least have some of the answers that people are asking.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping that you've been on this live stream on Sunday, and that as people put in their questions, that you've been able to comment as they answer them, because we will be able to have that live interaction.
Awesome.
It should be airing on Sunday at
8 p.m.
8 p.m. and it will be the first thing on the docket.
Awesome.
Perfect.
8 p.m. Central Time.
8 p.m. Central Time, yeah.
Is that what we're in right now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Central.
That's another funny thing about traveling, right?
You forget what time zone you're in.
And another funny thing that's kind of a good thing, but a weird thing sometimes, is when you wake up and you open your windows and you're like, oh yeah,
I forgot we were here.
I forgot we were here. Wait, what state are we in?
Well, the sun came through that window yesterday, but through this
I've
one.
had some of those funny feelings, like I woke up laying in bed and I'm like, where am I? Oh, right, Garrett moved the trailer yesterday while I was at work and I came home to a different location. That's the weirdest thing. You leave one location to go to work and 12 hours later you go to a different location.
Oh, that's
He'll
gonna
just
be weird.
send me the email, send me the address, and then I
that's gotta be
program it
weird.
in. It is the funniest thing.
It's fun. It keeps life
Fresh.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we see these big fancy homes, more power to you. Awesome, love it. But we feel sorry for them because those fancy houses aren't even on wheels.
I know,
I'm
you
like,
can't pick it up and go.
You can't pick it up and go. But you do you. That's what I say. Live your love, right? So whatever that is.
That's right.
Mine's on the road. But you do you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. You guys have been a blast. The time is so short.
It is.
So we will have to catch up with you on the road somewhere.
Yes. 100%.
We're going to let our DFAM get back to us in real time Sunday night, and we're going to give our shout outs to all our new DFAM members.
And I'm missing someone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that live interview. Well, not live, pre-recorded, but we had an absolute blast with Dean and Shalane, and we hope to be meeting up with them again in our travels. So thanks everybody for joining. This has been such a fantastic interview. Carolyn stepped away real quick because we had some friends of ours who are traveling through and they decided to stop in and say hi for a few minutes.
Daddy,
Hey, bud.
one of our friends left this cup here.
Don't worry about it. Go back to bed, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, wait.
Okay, thank you. Go back to bed. All right. Yes, it is getting dark out really quickly. You can see a little bit of the sunset right there. So, good night, Timothy. And Carolyn will be back in just a second. So, we definitely had a pretty good weekend. We're kind of getting over being sick a little bit. For some reason, one of our kids, Edison, caught some kind of a bug somewhere. And all the kids and the rest of us all got it. So,
Hello.
we're all back. Co-host is back. Thank you
my goodness,
again
so
for
much
joining
fun.
us, Grassroots Living. It was an absolute joy. And the stories, we probably could have kept talking
Oh, all night long.
all
I'm
night
sure.
long, probably.
Yeah.
But they had to get somewhere. We had to get to bed. You know, life happens. So, we have good night, Timothy. Timothy was photobombing them.
Oh, did you send him back to bed?
Yes.
Good.
But he's like, they left one of their water bottles.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was
I'm like,
Gabby's.
it's a plastic water bottle.
That was Gabby's.
Don't care about it. Okay, back on topic.
On topic, what are we going to be releasing this week? What's the plan?
Well, we made a pilgrimage to a holy site
In the
here-
Amarillo
in
area.
the Amarillo area.
Can you guess what it is?
It has to do with some old things stuck in the ground.
Yeah, stuck in the ground.
But
Cowboy
until some
boots.
cowboy boots, yeah.
No.
No. Steak, 72-ounce steak.
Oh, not
No.
stuck in the ground though.
No, it wasn't stuck in the. That'd be kind of weird. Have 72-ounce
And
steak.
what do we need to pick up first?
Paint.
Mhm.
I think
In a can.
in a can. Yeah.
If you haven't guessed yet, we went to.
Cadillac Ranch.
It was fun. It was a good morning. We went early so that it wouldn't be too hot.
And we probably get at
Yep,
Cadillac.
X marks the spot. Cadillac, you got it.
We got
Bingo.
a lot of
Teachers on Adventures got it too.
yeah. So we went there, picked out some colors. I don't think I'd pick out one of the colors again. The type of paint I got was not normal paint. I don't know what it was.
It was like a neon pink and it faded really, really quickly. It
It was
wasn't
like
very
it
bright.
was super watery.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was. But we got our tag on there, which was in 5 minutes after we put it on was tagged up by somebody else.
We've got pictures of it though, so
Yeah.
always in our memory, right?
Yep.
But I'm super excited about. Okay, viewfinder inactive. Press any button to reactivate.
it's
Is
still
that
going.
okay?
It's
Okay.
fine.
Have anybody noticed anything different about this live stream? Anybody at all? Anybody?
No one has guessed it yet.
Nobody's guessed it. Well, they were in tune to the interview we did. It was
Been
very
there. I wasn't
interesting.
impressed with the cans on the ground. We
No,
actually
we picked up a
we
bag
picked
full.
up a bag full of garbage and took it out with us. So we took 2 cans with us and removed probably about 15 from the area. Shake the can a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it was really kind of a weird can. It had like this angular nozzle, so it wasn't just like a circular nozzle. It was like a line nozzle. It was really
It was
odd.
interesting. Shake the can a lot. Teachers on Adventure says, unfortunately, I saw an article today that one of the Cadillacs was set on fire. Was that a recent, like recent? Because they all look fine to me.
Yeah, none of them look like
But I
they were
mean,
on
there's
fire.
a lot of paint on there, so.
No glasses, new mic, no headsets. No, and no. Getting closer, but not quite.
You guys all have good hints. What's different about this live stream? Anyway, we'll keep up with talking about Cadillac Ranch. So I'm all about keeping our area clean. Like today when we were outside meeting our neighbor, I noticed there was trash all over the ground. So I had Emma go and grab a sack and made the kids pick up 5 pieces of garbage each because we got to keep our area clean. And it was a good thing we did too because the lawnmower guy came around and did our area.
And the lawnmower guys don't stop or slow down for toys, trash, or anything.
Yeah, so I went out before he got to our site and moved our toys.
Read it today.
He read it today. We'll have to look for it.
Huh, that's
So,
sad.
It is sad that somebody would have torched one of the Cadillacs.
Some of the I mean, it's like the gum wall. It's just kind of like, why? It's kind of cool.
If you guys don't know what he's talking about, Pike's Place Market in Seattle, Washington has this wall that people stick chewing gum on. And the city will come by and clean it, and then people will stick gum on it again.
So I did
Someone
get a
got a
haircut
haircut.
between our last live stream and this live stream, but that is not
That's
necessarily for all of our newer people that are just joining us. You probably wouldn't have noticed.
Right, those of you who have just started joining our live stream, actually, but today, yeah. If you haven't
Yep.
joined any of our other live streams, you may not notice the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, haircut. I'm sorry. I didn't actually get my hair fixed, done. It's not quite what I was referring to, but yes, it is shorter. It was getting to the ragamuffin stage. It wasn't quite to the hippie stage yet, but it was.
But no,
a
it's not
rag-
his haircut.
It's
What
not my
is
haircut.
different about this live stream? I love it.
Tonight
We'll
is
keep
my
going.
first. Yes,
We'll
thank
keep
you so
going.
much for all you new.
All you new DFAMers, welcome.
And stay tuned to the end
Yes.
because we actually
We're gonna
will
shout you out.
be doing a shout out. Let's talk
Shout you
about the new order we just put in today.
Ooh. Okay, so a month or so ago on
We are still in Amarillo,
Yes.
so we're not.
a month or so ago on Facebook, Garrett and I put some little logo thingies out asking people which one did you like the best. We're thinking about these for stickers for our channel.
Not the lighting.
We decided not to go with any of those because they're not similar to our logo on the channel. Not saying that we won't ever go back to one of those artistic things that we did, but it was just kind of the first putting it out there. We are going to do stickers. We put in that order today.
Yep. I think this is no.
Nope,
Nope. Not it.
not it. Okay, Garrett's going to find it for you guys so you can see it. And while he's doing that, I'm going to keep talking. Nursing Our Travel Bug says bright light. The lighting? No, it's the same lighting.
No, same lighting.
Just a different position for it tonight.
Hmm.
It's dark
Let
outside.
me
Where
do
y'all?
a different way to do it. I did
Apparently the
not.
fire was set early this morning. Oh, that was recently. New camper. Nope. Got the same camper.
So I'll show it to you here.
Okay.
Oh, come on. All right, come on. Focus on my. I'm gonna tap on it.
Yeah. There we go. Can you see it now?
That is the stickers that we just
Stickers.
ordered.
It's of our Mount Rainier.
Yep, it's of the mountain that is from our home state, Mount Rainier, and it is our logo. So that is what our stickers will be like. We're still trying to figure out how we'll be able to get stickers to our DFAM. You want to try it?
Sorry.
We do that. There we go.
Is that better?
Has anybody still figured it out?
No,
Anything?
no. I saw a lot of people thinking new icon in the corner, a new camper. Wow, new mic. A lot of people have said new mic. No, we've had this one for a while. We love it.
Fancy. Well, the fancy stickers are new, but they're not what we're.
Those are new. Those are ordered.
There
We
we
want
go.
to give them to everybody who wants them.
Yep. We'll probably set up an address for you guys. So if you want, you could send us like a self-stamped envelope with your address on it, and then we could get a sticker to you. It might take a couple weeks because we have mail forwarding, but
Yeah.
we'll get it to you.
But we're doing they're 3x3 stickers,
Yep.
and it's beautiful scenery in the
We
background.
were told to
and then
stay
the
away
logo.
from the 2x2 stickers because they are
Dinky.
really, really
They're really tiny.
and if any of you guys that full-time RV don't actually have stickers, there is a link in that will be in the description for $10 off an order for the company that we used.
Yes. So if you want to get stickers for your channel,
Stickermule.com. We're not affiliated with them, but when we put our order in, it gave us a discount code, so we're going to share that discount code with you guys. So if you want to get your stickers made so that you can share your channel or social media with other people via a sticker, check that out.
guys, it's so much fun to get other people's stickers so we can put them on our rig. I love
Yes.
it. So I'm excited to have one to give out to other people for
Yeah.
them to stick on their cars and stuff.
We were sad we didn't have it for Grassroots Living because I'd love to
I
give
know.
one to
But we'll
them.
have to make sure that Grassroots Living gets one.
Yes.
We'll get one to you.
Yeah, we'll get one to you
Don't
guys.
worry, Shalane. We will.
No new window treatment. It is dark now, and you can start seeing the
Oh,
kids'
everybody
smudgies.
really. We should. I don't know. We should do something for the person who gets it right. I don't know. This is really hard though. It's really, really hard actually.
Yeah, you would think that it would be.
No, it's really hard.
You think that there wouldn't be that big of a difference?
I mean, there is a big difference for you and I. We notice it a huge deal. But
I'll send you guys one of ours.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll put a. I don't have it in the description right now, but we can put our mail forwarding address down there.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put our mail forwarding address down there, and you guys can send us stuff if you want.
Please, no
Please,
fan mail.
No fan mail, no other things.
The kids like getting gifts.
Keep it PG. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, we just did a shared video through Full Time Families,
Yes.
and there were like 5 or 6 different questions, and
5 questions.
one of them was about your sex life and how do you do that with kids in a trailer. Yeah,
What's
so-
interesting is this really isn't something that comes up when you live in a normal house,
right?
because everyone's living in a house, shooting on your DSLR, no webcam.
Ah, nursing our
You
travel
got
bug. You got it.
We'll send you a sticker. Actually, no, you got to come and get a sticker.
You got to
from
come and
us.
get a sticker from us. So we are shooting on our Canon tonight. Garrett has finally got the plug-in so that we could do that, and it's working like a charm. So our visual should be just as crystal clear as what our videos have been. Whereas before,
the resolution is just a little bit less, but
it's better than the webcam that we were using.
well, yeah. Where's that video? I will hint at something really tiny for what. Are you on the other side of the table? No, same side, same position. Nurse No Travel Bug said, "Yeah, where's that video?" Question mark. Bill's kind of in the know, but we have something special that we'll be announcing in a couple weeks.
Yes.
And it kind of revolves around that question, Bill. I don't want to give too much away right now because there's some really exciting stuff coming up. So,
Yes.
It was when you focused.
It was when I gave
But
it
you know
away.
what?
Yep.
My webcam that we had, you could actually manually focus it.
Like that.
But when you're looking at webcams from nasty to somewhat nasty, you could kind of be like, oh yeah, you're not a complete blur, you're just kind of a fuzz blur.
Something seemed weird. I thought, how did they do that?
Honestly, there is multiple ways to be able to use the camera you already have as live stream. If you have a GoPro, you can actually use that as a camera. You know, if you have a DSLR, you can use that. A lot of times you can use that as a camera as well.
So, Maiko, it's our camera that we had before.
We have the Canon M50 is the camera we use, and it's
a great point and shoot for dummies. Plus, it has a lot of other things that if you're more of the photography geek and have that experience, you can actually use it for.
So it's not technically a DSLR; it is a mirrorless.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of the same features and functions as a DSLR does.
So I'm a dummy when it comes to all the gadgets, but I can just turn it on, point it, shoot, and I get pretty good shots.
It's a beginner's camera, and it's really good for that.
And what did you get it at? What was the price on that?
I think it was like $650, $700 at the time, but it was like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've had this camera for almost 2 years, and it has been.
We've upgraded it with a better mic.
Mike has the same one.
Yeah,
Also,
a lot of people have this camera. It's a good one.
You know, even 2 years out of the being released, it is still very popular, one of the go-to cameras that a lot of people have.
I resemble the photography geek remark. Okay, cool. I need to take some sort of online class.
You
or
guys
something
should,
just to...
especially for you newer people, check out our interview with Steven Johnson from Lightful Mind RV. He is stunning photographer.
Yes.
We've
oh my gosh.
saw some
and
amazing.
He has amazing cameras with zooms that he can get up close footage or photography of wildlife that I was just like stunned when he showed us some of those photos.
Yes.
Like wow.
Well, and like ones of like a certain kind of bird.
I know.
Or like a what was it a flower that's like a backlit flower or something like it was just. What he was doing was just absolutely
some amazing skills, and he uses it really for therapy. So I'm glad that he shared it with us.
Yeah, go check that interview out. It was awesome meeting
Mike
him.
O says he bought his for $450.
The price has come down dramatically. We bought it after a couple months of it being out. He shot pictures of eagles today.
Wow.
We're gonna have to share those pictures when we see them.
Steven.
Painted bunting. That was the
bird. Painted bunting. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Vibrant colors. Vibrant.
It's like, God finished creating everything and he had like leftover colors.
Yes.
And he just like threw them all together and out came the painted bunting.
It's like a bird flew through a colored run.
Yeah, through a color run.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Man, so we've had a lot of people join us. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you to all of you who jumped on, and it was a really good interview. I know we like to do it all live, but it was actually good for us using our camera for the first time to have it pre-recorded just in case something didn't work right.
We're working out a few kinks because we have a very large special interview coming next week, and we don't want to have technical issues during that live stream.
Super excited. Do you want to give anybody any hints, or you're going to keep it secret until next Sunday?
You guys can guess. They have been featured in a video of ours. I'll leave that as a hint.
Oh. I don't know. We've featured a lot of people.
We have. But these are ones that
A lot of you
probably
have
know
heard
who
of
they
them.
are,
Mhm.
and it has taken a while to work things out with them.
We probably shouldn't say anymore just in case it doesn't work for next Sunday, because everybody
Yeah.
would be very deflated, very sad.
Yeah. If it's just us looking all sad and dejected, you'll know why.
So great things coming. We are heading.
Elvis, yes, Elvis
Yeah.
is going to be live streamed.
Very, very sure. I'm gonna have Elvis on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Elvis.
Well, we could probably find an Elvis impersonator somewhere in Amarillo.
Probably. In Amarillo, I don't know. Got to be closer to Vegas, I think.
There was one in Shreveport.
Oh, was there?
Well, there's that Elvis statue there.
Right, but that's not an impersonator.
Yeah. Might be able to talk as much as Elvis. But.
So we're having fun tonight. With our friends coming over, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I wish they could have stayed
And they
later.
drove down from
They were
Colorado
coming from
Springs?
Colorado. They had spent a week there in Colorado, and they're pushing on through to Shreveport. So
It is not the roads we roam.
we had
Rosebud,
them on
welcome.
several weeks ago.
Yeah,
and
we
that
had
was
them on a
so
couple
much
weeks
fun,
ago,
and I
yes.
can't wait to meet them in person.
Yeah, we're going to swap
Yeah.
stickers in person when we
Yes, at
finally.
some point.
Question mark.
And then using our camera, it's been really cool to just know that we're pushing forward to upgrade and make things better for you guys.
Yeah.
Um,
And be able to show you guys how to do it too.
yes.
But
So, what's coming in the future? Oh, when are we going to tell them when we're going to release that information?
Nursing Our Travel Bug is saying, I know who it is.
Are you going
Do
to
you,
Are
Bill?
you going to guess? Are
Do
gonna
you,
guess?
Bill? I don't know if I've mentioned it to anybody. Because there's one of those that's like, you don't want to just start blurting that out.
No, just in case it doesn't happen.
It's Nursing Our Travel Bug. We're going to have them on next week. Because they're such a huge channel. No, we absolutely love Nursing Our Travel Bug.
No,
If
we've
all
been
of you
trying-
new people here, check out their channel.
Yes.
They are in Travel Nurse family like us.
Yes, we've been trying to get a couple of travel nurse families all together
Yes.
to do a video together.
do
or
a
even
mega
just
contract, so there were like three families all
right,
just
a
hanging
mega
out.
contract, so we're all in the same area, all in the same hospital. It would be so much fun.
Not necessarily the same hospital, but of like at least the same town.
Then we can all camp together.
Yeah,
and go
exactly.
out boondocking together.
Yeah.
It'd be so much fun.
We can get Bill dressing up as a Chewie. Chewbacca.
Okay. Are we gonna do shout outs, or do we have anything else left
Bill,
to talk
you
about?
can message me. Send me a message and
yes.
see if you know who it is. Let's do our subscriber shout outs.
Okay. All right. So for this week, I think my number is off. Do we have 677 now?
676 at the moment.
676? I have it most updated? Yep. Okay.
676.
We have 676. Only 324 more to go to our goal of 1,000. So these are our shout outs for this week. BH Devil, Rochelle Jackson Brown, Larry. I'm going to screw up your last name, Larry. I'm so sorry. Zikara?
It's probably Zikara.
Zikara. It has that C in the front that kind of screws my brain up. Heather Slater, Dave McKibben, Z57.
We think they might be Canadian.
Maybe, possibly. Sue Ann Redford, Galleon Adventures.
Yeah.
Check them out. Owner Gorbas, Our New Neighborhood. They joined us today. Buddy the Jeep Dog also joined us today. And Camper Life joined us today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And oh yeah.
Yes, Bill, you do have it correct.
Nursing Our Travel Bug has it right. He knows who we're interviewing next week. Everybody else is going to have to wait.
You will have to go watch some of our other videos for all you new subscribers to see if you can figure out the clues.
Yeah.
Have you seen RVDM? They just hit 1,000.
Who?
RVDM just hit 1,000 subscribers.
We're
And
going to
Under
have to go
Travelers.
check them out. Maybe make them 101. I mean, 1,001.
1,001.
My brain is getting tired.
It says 1,000 viewers. I'm not sure what that means.
1,000 subscribers.
It's probably subscribers is what I'm thinking.
And they're new travelers. Really? They're new and they already have 1,000?
They were probably doing something else before they started. We're still trying to figure the whole YouTube thing out. Honestly,
I'm having fun.
It's fun.
I'm
It
having
is.
fun. I like these live streams where I get a chance to talk to you, and I love it even more when I get to meet you face to face.
Yes.
So having pop-in visitors this evening and getting to meet Grassroots Living Friday night, I'm just like, I love it. I love it.
Yes. Remember to hit the like button and help these guys out. Yes, subscribers. I follow RVDM.
Oh, nice.
We watch you too much.
Yes, Nursing Our Travel Bug, you and Garrett, Bill, you and Garrett think a lot alike.
Yeah. And if we can get you guys to come stop by Amarillo, make the 45-minute detour to come see us, when you guys head over to
He'll
Texas,
make it worth it with
Yeah.
a sticker.
we'll give you a sticker. It might even cover the price of gas to come out.
I think he's thinking, where is he going to park the rig? Couldn't he park on the street out here?
He could park on the street.
Walk
Hello, Blue Wave.
Blue Wave Odyssey.
You just joined
oh my
us.
goodness. Hey, you know what? Our video coming out here on Wednesday is for you. Because we went and visited the Cadillac Ranch as well and put our
Yes.
mark there. We were looking for yours, but yours was all covered up.
Ours was mostly covered up before we even left,
I know.
but we got video of it. Mike said his music and art on the road will start up soon.
Oh, awesome. You've been working hard on getting that channel up and running. So
Yeah.
we're going to interview you and shout your channel out once you're ready, okay? All right,
Yes.
Mike. Bye, Rosebud's Travels.
Thank
Have
you
a
for
good
joining.
night. Thank you so much for coming by.
More like a 4-hour detour. But it's only 4 hours. It's not 8. It's not 10.
Don't let him twist your arm too hard, okay, Bill?
If it's too much, don't worry about it. We'll just hold on to a sticker at some point for you.
Teachers on Adventures, we are trying to figure out the YouTube thing too. A long way to go. Well, Garrett's your man, and there's something in the works that will be just for you.
Yes. We're
So,
getting really close.
Really close to
announcing
announcing that. So, let's see. The paint gets covered fast.
Man,
it really does.
You could see how the
does.
paint just like the
Get-
bubbles and just it was like creating its own like art, just the paint. I wonder how if anybody's done like a core sample.
Oh no, I saw spots where you could obviously tell that somebody yanked off a huge chunk of it, and it was like that thick.
It was that thick.
It was like that thick.
an
you
inch and a
guys.
half, 2 inches thick.
Like literally an inch and a half thick of spray paint.
Yes, we have been to the Big Texan,
Mm-hmm.
and it is recommended.
Highly recommended.
Everyone should try the 72-ounce steak challenge. If you can eat it, you can get it for free.
Not a lot of people can eat it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you guys, if you're going to do the Big Texan and you're just coming through for a day or two, you should just stop at the Big Texan RV park where we're at right now.
Even if you don't want to stop for lunch or dinner or anything like that, just stop, and there's a gift shop. You can get ice cream, fudge. There's
But
a
if you
shooting
stop
gallery.
at the RV park, you can get a free limousine ride over to the restaurant.
Yes.
Have dinner there.
And
Whatever.
come back.
And it really is a bit like a tourist trap, but it's just so unique in that, I mean, it's huge dining area. You've got people trying to compete, and they live stream the competitions. You've got a bar area. You've got an ice cream bar. You've got
Yep.
that huge gift shop. You have an outside area in the back that they probably do entertainment out there at times.
Yeah.
They have that whole little like shooting gallery.
The
It's
kids
so
love
much
the
fun.
shooting gallery.
It's so much fun. It is a huge touristy like trap. I mean, they have a motel area right there next to it. They
Yeah.
have a spot in the back for people who are hauling their horses from one location to another to stop and board their horses and
Yeah.
stay the night and eat. It's like it has everything.
It's awesome.
And there is parking for RVs at the restaurant in the back.
Oh, they did the ride from KOA last summer.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
What's
pretty
really
sure,
nice is,
I'm
I
pretty
mean-
sure those limousines go other places, not just here.
Well, and the Big Texan RV Ranch is owned by whoever owns the Big Texan and the hotel, so it's all together.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, just go spend more money.
We haven't tried one of their desserts. We may just come just to try the desserts.
That'd
one
probably
day.
be a good one
That
to
would be
do.
really fun. We haven't done the limousine ride. We've always just driven.
Driven.
All the teachers on are like cringing right now. I'm so sorry. It's my tired brain again.
Yeah.
We've always driven to the restaurant, had dinner with friends.
Yes.
So it's been good.
Yeah.
Is that it? Did we cover everything?
I think we did. We did have some bloopers from our interview.
No. Okay, you guys. Our video on when did we put out the Oklahoma video?
The Oklahoma video was Friday.
Okay, I was at work, so he didn't let me watch the video before he posted it, and so right away at the beginning.
And I was editing that part at probably 6:30 in the morning that morning, so I was not like.
I had videoed an intro and it didn't work out because I realized later on down the road that I had sung the song wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to go back to our Oklahoma video and listen to it. I watched the movie like once or twice as a kid. I lived in Washington. We have trees there. Anyway, for some reason I remember the song differently.
Make sure to put your comments in the comment section on how.
I do know how to sing it correctly now. But
Bill said it's late. I'm old. Peace and chicken grease.
Good night, Bill.
See you, Bill. Have a good night.
Anyway, you'll have to just laugh at that because I would have said before he let it out, Garrett, that's wrong. I didn't sing the song right. We can't use that piece. Teachers on Adventures, we are trying to figure out this YouTube thing. It helps to have good friends like Diary of a Family. Thank you so much. Grassroots Living, it's great to have friends like you too. I feel like we connected so well, and yet we have so much more that we need to know about you.
X marks the spot said, I noticed the mistake.
Thank you. Somebody, like I was expecting like lots of like troll comments like, you got it wrong. You sung it wrong. But everybody was like, it's a great video. It's a nice video. And I was like, just... that's what happens when you do YouTube.
It was also early in the morning. We were packing up our trailer.
You will make mistakes, and then you just have to like. Just well, whatever.
Even what like Grassroots Living said on there, just you be you.
You be you. I like that so
being
much.
authentic on YouTube goes a lot further than really well put together content. If you don't have very good character and your content is...
Yes, Galleon Adventures. Check out Grassroots Living. Yes. Great channel. Make sure you check out these other ones too.
And if you're on mobile,
Galleon Adventures.
I'll give you guys in on a little tip. If you're on live stream on your phone, click on the different people typing, and you can actually view your channel while you're still watching the live stream, and you can actually subscribe to them while we're live.
Yes.
So you can always do that. I'm not trying to make this like some sub for sub thing or some... That's not
we're
what
building community.
We're building community overall, so that's
that
our goal.
You find out what they're doing, they find out what you're doing. At some point, you get to meet on the road, and you have brand new friends that you'll have for the rest of your lifetime.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and kind of call it an evening. This blooper reel is a couple minutes long, so.
We'll see you after the blooper reel. Hang on here. Hi D-Fam! Well, we have a special couple with us today. This is Dean and Shalane. Did I say it right?
Shalane.
Okay, I'm going to repeat this. See, I did it right once, and then I did it wrong the next time.
Just think Shalane.
Okay.
Just like, you ever watch Seinfeld? Okay.
A few episodes.
There's an Elaine on it.
There's an Elaine. Shalane. Okay. All right. Hi D-Fam, welcome again. We have a special couple here that we're going to interview today. This is Dean and Shalane. Oh, God. With your name.
You need to have some blooper reels on.
It's all going to be me mispronouncing your name. Shalane.
Shalane.
And now I'm really hot.
Shalane.
This is my embarrassed face.
Like you're skipping down a lane.
Oh,
okay.
that might help. Because nobody can remember our last name, and so I always say, oh, first you sigh, then you fret. That's how Garrett introduces himself.
Yeah.
He wrote it on there, and I was like, I don't even think I could say that.
First you sigh, then you. It's not.
Oh, I didn't even know your last name.
He wrote it down on there.
Correct. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Shalane.
Shalane.
Skipping down the lane.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Take 3. It was all bloopers of me. I'm so embarrassed.
Shalane.
I got it.
It's
Shalane.
Shalane. It seems super easy once you kind of figure it out.
It took a little bit of time for me to get it, and I was tired too. I just gotten off work.
Yeah.
It is some of the craziest things come out of my mouth after work because I am so tired. Anyway, we are so tired right now. It was so much fun to spend time with you guys. So hang on till Wednesday. We got a video coming out Wednesday and Friday, and we'll see you again live on Sunday night with very special guests.
Yep.
Guests.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching.
And as always, live life intentionally.